Are you struggling to keep your student on track now that the school year is in full swing? If so, you are not alone. They started strong, but now missing assignments, late arrivals, blank stares in class. It's like the momentum just disappeared. If you're new here, my name is Presh, and I share tips and tricks to help students and families feel less overwhelmed and more in control. I'm the founder of an executive function tutoring company, and we've worked with hundreds of neurodivergent students to rebuild momentum when school became challenging. Let me tell you about our 9th grader Ellie and her family, and how we rebuilt her momentum after the first month of school. When we first started working with Ellie, she had 4 missing assignments in just 1 week. What's interesting is that the month before, she turned in all her missing assignments and aced her quizzes. So, what changed? It's simple. Life got more complicated. She had more activities, more homework, more distractions. But Ellie didn't know how to adapt. And most students don't, until someone shows them how. So here's what we did. First, I met her where she's at. Second, I learned why this hard task was important to her. And third, we figured out the easiest and simplest way for her to get started. Here's what that looked like. In our first session, I asked her what she thought would help her the most for this month. Ellie said, I don't know. By the way, this is a very common high school response that I hear a lot. But I was not accepting an I don't know. So I dug deeper. So I asked her, how long do you think it might take you to finish those 4 missing assignments? She told me 4 hours. An hour for each assignment. That was great information. So then I asked her, by when do you want to finish those? She replied with her famous 3 words of, I don't know. That tells me that planning may be hard for her and we should take a step back. Then I asked her, is it I don't know because I have a lot going on and I'm not sure when I can complete those assignments, or is it I don't know because I don't want to do any of them? She replied with, I don't want to do them. And that to me was terrific information. Because we dug deeper, I now know that her main challenge is feeling unmotivated to do those missing assignments. Now I can meet her where she's at and start to figure out why she should even finish her missing assignments. So I said something like, I hear you. I don't like doing many things as well, and I'm here to figure out the easiest and smallest way you can get started to make progress on those missing assignments. But first, why is it even important to finish your missing assignments? Ellie replied with, so I get good grades. Then I asked her, why do you want to get good grades? Ellie said, so I can go to college. Then I said, thank you for being real with me, and I also want you to go to college. Tell me if I got this right. Do you agree with me that working on your missing assignments means that you'll get good grades? And if you get good grades, then you go to college? Ellie said, yeah, I agree. Now, as the cool kids say, we are cooking. So far, Ellie and I have 1, identified her main challenge with not finishing her missing assignments. 2, we've identified why it would be important for her to do those missing assignments. If we jump straight to a solution without knowing a student's main challenge and why it's important for them to do it in the first place, then we won't have student buy-in. They'll just say something for the sake of saying something, and when you meet with them again, they'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't do that thing I told you I'll do. Fundamentally, students want to know that you get their problem and that you care about them before they can trust you to follow through in whatever they said they'll do. All right, we are now at my most favorite part of our session, which is co-creating solutions. After Ellie agreed with me that doing her missing assignments will help her go to college, I asked her, if it takes you 4 hours to do your missing assignments, what is the easiest and smallest thing you can do to get started? Ellie said, I think I can do my English worksheet. I asked her, why? Ellie said, it's because I already started it. I asked her, how much do you have left? She said, 3 more problems. Then I asked, when do you think you can finish those 3 problems? She said, today. Then I asked her again, would it be okay with you if I check in over text to see how it went. I trust that you will get it done, and I just want to know how it went. Ellie said, yeah. In that exercise, I learned that Ellie finds things that she has started to be the easiest and simplest way to get started. It sounds obvious, but that's not usually the case for all students. I also added myself as an accountability buddy so that she knows I am a part of her team who is invested in getting to her goal. By the end of our session, Ellie told me she's going to finish her English worksheet today, and by the time we meet in 2 days, she's going to tell me the easiest and smallest thing she can do to get started on her 3 other missing assignments. My goal by the next time we meet is for her to clearly lay it out for both of us on what that looks like. That right there is student buy-in. Fast forwarding to a month later, Ellie finished those 4 missing assignments. Currently, she has no missing assignments, and she has a system and routine to work on her next steps outside of our session. Ellie's parents also feel calm and happy with her progress, and it helped that I met Ellie where she's at. I identified with her why completing that hard task was important. We broke it down in the easiest, smallest way to get started, and most importantly, I held her accountable. All of that may sound simple, and where it gets really hard and tricky is when your student may be lying to you, if they're feeling unmotivated for a long period of time, or if something in their home and friend life changed. If you're interested in seeing how to handle those scenarios, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video for that. All right, to recap, keeping students on track does not take perfection. It takes care, consistency, and accountability. Students need to feel that you're with them and that you're not judging them on their challenges. In my next video, I'll share a reward system that helps turn things around for students who are slipping fast. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace!